Hello viewers, in my last video is regarding the full virtualization using the binary translation in cloud computing. So there are two more techniques left in cloud computing virtualization, kind of virtualization. So today we'll be seeing what is para virtualization or OS assisted virtualization, and one more is there, that is the hardware assisted virtualization or HVM. So today we'll see what is this OS assisted virtualization or para virtualization in cloud computing. So stay tuned to this video to understand what these concepts are. This is Ranjiraj and you're streaming on the StudyBeast. So like I said, in full virtualization you need to understand the meaning of this word. So in this also the name is para virtualization. Now you know para is a prefix. Now para is a Greek word which means with, alongside or besides. So that when you convert it into English, it is alongside virtualization. Means you do the normal virtualization, so along with this normal virtualization you do something extra. So that extra is you assist it with the help of an operating system. So that becomes para virtualization or OS assisted virtualization, means alongside virtualization. Now, in this para virtualization, you also have the guest OS and the hypervisor, that is the virtualization layer you have, which serves as a hypervisor, and they both communicate to improve the performance as well as the efficiency. So, well, that was the meaning of this para virtualization, why it is called as para virtualization, and what this para stands for in OS assisted. So let's jump onto the diagram here. So this diagram is the same diagram like we have seen in the full virtualization in binary translation. So in this also you have four different rings, ring 3, ring 2, ring 1 and ring 0. So at the ring 3 you have the user applications which can directly execute any of the user request, and it will serve at the host computer system hardware. Next, in full virtualization, you had one block which is kept as empty, so mainly used for any backups or something kind of that. So in this, you have two different rings, that is ring 2 and ring 1, which are kept as null. This is used for backup or for serving any future purpose. At the ring 0, you have the guest OS. In para virtualized, you had the guest OS. Now in this, you have the para virtualized guest OS. So that is the main difference here. Now this can give calls to the virtualization layer. In the full virtualization, you had the VMM, that is the virtual machine monitor. In this, you have some kind of virtualization layer. Now this virtualization layer will act as the hypervisor or VMM in any case as you wish to function it. And this will mainly give hypercalls to the virtualization layer, and if some non-virtualized instructions are there, then it will replace by hypercalls, and these hypercalls and then forwarded to the host computer system hardware, which will serve the request anything which comes from the guest OS. And in case if it is for user application or user request, then it will directly serve at the host computer system hardware. So this is the approach for para virtualization in x86 architecture for Microsoft Windows. Now let us move or to understand or differentiate between the full virtualization and para virtualization. Now if you remember, in full virtualization you had this non-virtualized instructions being replaced by the kernel code, OS kernel code, and this will severely affect the system hardware, and which was intended by the programmer itself. Now in para virtualization, that hassle is not there. Instead, these instructions or the non-virtualized instructions are replaced by hypercalls, which communicate with the virtualization layer. Like this acts as a hypervisor or the VMM. So that is the main difference between full virtualization, para virtualization. Now in both these, in full virtualization, the guest OS was unaware that it is in the virtualized environment or it is being virtualized. So in para virtualization, the guest OS is well aware that it is in the virtualized environment and it is being virtualized. So that is the main difference. These are the key points between para virtualization and full virtualization, and why it is called as OS assisted. Now in this, since para virtualization cannot support any unmodified OS, only have the native OS installed in it. So both the compatibility as well as the portability of para virtualization is far very poor or less as compared to the full virtualization. So, well, that was all about the introduction and the idea or the concept behind the para virtualization or the OS assisted virtualization in cloud computing. So, hope you enjoyed this video. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Thanks for watching this video.